Are you looking for the best Wi-Fi extender 2025? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best Wi-Fi extender on the market. Before we get started with our video, click in the description link to buy good quality products. At number 1. TP-Link AC1200 Wi-Fi Extender, RE315. TP-Link's RE315 Wi-Fi extender is physically very similar to the RE705X, but with lower specs, and that's what makes it a $50 device. You'll get up to 867 megabits per second speeds on the 5 GHz band and 300 megabits per second on the 2.4 GHz band, and it only provides coverage for up to 1,500 square feet. That won't be as much of an issue for most people as max speeds will, but if you have a particularly large property, you're better off going with a more expensive extender that can cover more space. There's also no Wi-Fi 6 support on the RE315, which may be a deal breaker for those who recently invested in a Wi-Fi 6 router. This model does support one mesh, though, which is nice if you already have a one mesh system in your home. I'm focusing on specification differences because my experience with the RE315 wasn't that far off from the RE705X. Setup was just as plain and simple, since the RE315 also uses the Tether mobile app, and while speeds were slightly lower in my testing, I didn't notice too much of a difference in real-world use. For $50 normally, and often closer to $30 when on sale, the RE315 is an easy pick for anyone who wants a budget-friendly way to fill Wi-Fi dead zones in their home. Number 2. TP-Link RE220. The best budget Wi-Fi extender. The TP-Link RE220 was the least expensive range extender during my first run of at-home tests in 2020, but that didn't stop it from outperforming everything else I tested at every turn. As Wi-Fi extenders go, it's fast, it's reliable, it works with just about every Wi-Fi router out there, and it's easy to use. And, as of writing this, it costs even less than I paid for it initially, down to less than $20 on Amazon. Plug it in and press the WPS button to pair it with your home network, and it'll begin broadcasting its own networks on the 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz bands. Both offered steady Wi-Fi speeds throughout my home, including average download speeds on the 5 GHz band of at least 75 megabits per second in every room access point I tested, along with strong upload speeds. The RE220 never once dropped my connection, and its speeds were consistent across multiple days of tests during both daytime and evening hours. It's a little long in the tooth at this point, and it won't wow you with Wi-Fi 6 speeds, but the strong ease of use and the steady, dependable level of performance it offers mean it's still an absolute steal. It's not as fast as the top models I've tested in the years since, and I haven't had a chance to retest it at the CNET Smart Home just yet, but it's still a great choice if you want to boost the signal from the Wi-Fi router to a backroom that sits beyond the router's reach, but you'd like to pay as little as possible to get the job done. Number 3. D-Link EaglePro AI. Best Wi-Fi extender to balance performance and value. It was never the speed leader in my tests, but it was never too far behind, and at $50, the D-Link EaglePro AI costs a lot less than the top picks listed here. That's a good deal, especially on a Wi-Fi 6 model that boasts a newly designed control app on Android and iOS, plus adjustable antennas and a design that automatically syncs up with your router to put out a single, unified network as soon as you first set the thing up. I even appreciate the touch of color with those pale blue accents, a nice break from boring white plastic. Speed-wise, the EaglePro AI brought up the rear in my tests, but it was still able to return average download speeds of 114 megabits per second for Wi-Fi 6 devices and 112 megabits per second for Wi-Fi 5 devices across every room I tested it in, which is terrific for a multi-story home with a 150 megabits per second fiber plan. Uploads were lower, including a somewhat concerning single-digit average of just 8 megabits per second to Wi-Fi 5 devices in the home's most difficult dead zone, but I can forgive that given that the 5,800 square foot smart home is a lot bigger than this AX1500 extender was designed to cover. If your home is any smaller than that, then the EaglePro AI should do just fine, and it'll save you some cash, too. Number 4. Netgear Nighthawk X4S, EX7500. As soon as you plug the Netgear Nighthawk X4S range extender in and pair it with your router, it'll start working with your router to put out a single, unified network, one that automatically routes your device between the router and extender as needed. That's great, and the extender offers a well-featured app for quick controls, too. The main problem is that this model doesn't support Wi-Fi 6, but still typically costs more than $100. It features a tri-band design that's quite fancy by range extender standards, and the performance was better than every other Wi-Fi 5 range extender I've tested. Even so, it couldn't quite keep up with the dual-band Wi-Fi 6 models I tested, and it costs more than some of them to boot. If you catch it on sale for less than $100, it might be worth a look, but in most cases, I think Wi-Fi 6 is worth prioritizing at this point. Number 5. TP-Link AC1750 Wi-Fi Range Extender, RE450. Why we picked it. Although it lacks the latest Wi-Fi 6 technology, the TP-Link RE450 offers excellent performance at a very reasonable price. When we tested it in 2016, it delivered very good scores on our throughput and range performance tests. This means it's an excellent addition to a network in a larger home that mostly uses older devices also lacking Wi-Fi 6 support. Plus, it's now heavily discounted from its original $120 price. Expect to pay around half that, which is an excellent deal for a solid performing wireless range extender. Who it's for? Anyone with a large house who needs to add reliable Wi-Fi coverage in areas currently lacking it should take a look at the reasonably priced TP-Link RE450. However, you'd want to skip this range extender if you have many Wi-Fi 6 devices, or you plan to buy more in the near future.